Hey guys, this is Dave here. Just want to today quickly, if you're a first time gun owner, sometimes uh, taking your gun apart, getting it ready to clean, field stripping it can be very intimidating. That's why I like the Glocks. Today I just want to quickly and very briefly show you how to field strip and get them ready to clean and put them back together. I've got a Glock 17 here and I've got a Glock 43 here, both 9 millimeters, both very, very good guns. I like this one particularly for my everyday carry gun because it's got an extended magazine and it just really has a high capacity for a small footprint in my bag. But again, just a quick little video to show you how to take these apart and put them back together really quickly. Nothing to be intimidated by. That's why I like the Glocks. 99.9% of the Glocks are going to disassemble and be put back together the exact same way. The first step always in taking apart any kind of gun is let's make sure there's nothing in it, because we always are going to treat it like it's loaded. And mine always are, because what good is it if it's not, right? I like to keep one in the chamber because I don't like to rack if I'm in a situation. So again, let's just start with the Glock 17, then I'll show you with the other Glock exactly how these take apart. So first thing I always like to do is pull this receiver back. There's a little indention right here that you can see. It looks like a little button there, but it's on both sides. Pull the receiver back with your fingers like that, and then just pull that down. So again, the gun is unloaded. There's nothing in it. That's the primary step. Pull that trigger. See how that jumped a little bit? Now we're going to just push that up. Should just slide right off the rail. Now when you take it apart now and you look, this is pretty much the whole bottom piece. That's all it is. You can toss that aside for a second. Little spring right here. Not a lot of parts to it. Again, the reason I like the Glocks, I actually got where I could do this with my eyes closed because it's for some reason it's very relaxing cleaning my guns. I use my thumb, I push that spring forward a little bit off of the barrel, and then it's just going to slide right out. No magic to this. It's not difficult. It's not hard. Take your fingers, grab that barrel, and it's just going to come right on out. Just going to slide right out just like that. So when you're finished, what you've basically got is 4 main pieces, just like that. All the Glocks are going to be pretty much the same. Let me show you really quickly on the other one. Exactly. Again, this is a Glock 48. What's first step? Always remember, pop that mag out, check that receiver. I double check it every single time because I don't want an accident. We can see the gun is unloaded. Okay, again, I like grabbing it like that. Pull it back just, half an inch. Pull the little release down. Same kind of button on this one, see? Pull that release down. Let her go. Pull the trigger. See how it jumps forward? And you pull that right off. Piece of cake. Again, same kind of little piece, just different gun. Now, use my thumb. I'm going to push the spring forward a little bit, and it's going to hop right out of there. And then the same with the barrel. It's just going to drop right out, just like that. So when I complete this, both of these guns are now disassembled, ready to field clean. It's just called field stripping. If you really want to get into the nuts and bolts of how to take all this apart, how to take all of this apart, which I can tell you I've done a few times. It's not a whole lot of fun, and I really don't see the need to do it if you keep your guns clean the way I do. So now let's put them back together. Again, it's going to be the exact same thing for both guns. First thing I always like to do, we'll start with the 17. I'm going to take this big slide piece. I'm going to put my barrel in it. See how the grooves and notches? The flat side goes down. I stick it right in there, and it's just going to drop right into the groove, just like that. I like to slide it all the way back. And then we're going to take our spring right here and See the little flat metal side right here? That's going to be what's going to go into this little notch. Let me take this back out just so you can see that, because I don't want anybody to be confused. If you look right there, you can see a little notch. That's where the end of this recoil spring is going to go. So I'm going to put this back in. Just drop it right in there. I'm going to take my spring with this flat side that's going to go in the notch. There's a little hole right up here, right under the barrel, right there. And I'm going to slide it right in there, just like that. I'm going to push the spring back, and I'm just going to drop it into that notch. One of the things you really want to be careful of is you don't want that spring to get pushed so far forward that it's in the wrong spot. You just want to lay it right in that little notch that's right there. And you'll kind of feel a little click, and it's going to get tightened up as soon as you do that, and you're going to know. And I'll show you how to make sure it's in the right notch here in just 1 second. So there's your barrel assembly. After you're done, again, 4 pieces, piece of cake. Next, you're going to take your bottom. See the little rails right here? All you're going to do, slide this right onto it. It just slides right there. Slides right onto the notches. And then to seat it, like right now it's still loose, I'm going to pull it back and rack it once. Now it's locked in. Now if I want to make sure, remember how we said that, make sure you're in the right notch on that barrel with the spring. Feels right, doesn't it? Looks right, doesn't it? There's nothing better for a handgun owner than to be so familiar with your weapon that you know how it feels. Let's do the other one. We're going to do the exact same steps. Take my upper. I'm going to take the barrel. Again, with the notch side going up, the flat side going down. I'm going to drop it right in there. Push it back. I'm going to take my spring, just like this. Little flat side right there. And again, you can see the notch. I'm going to put it right in the little hole right there, and I'm going to push it back just a little bit till I feel it notch in, just like that. Sounded kind of like Bob Ross. Oh, right there, happy little spring, but I'm not. Okay, so there's our upper assembly ready to go. Now again, we've got the rails on this Glock. Most Glocks again are exactly the same. We're going to slide it right in there. Just slide it right onto those rails. Just like that. Then we're going to pull it back till it seats. Of course, it's still not seated because we hadn't racked it. I'm going to pull it all the way back. I'm going to let it go. Does it feel right? Yep. Does it look right? Yep. Is it locked in? Yep. And there you go. That's all there is to field stripping and reassembling a Glock. Again, I used a Glock 17 and a Glock 48. Both, by the way, excellent guns. Hope this was helpful. If you liked it, hit the like button down there. If you want to subscribe, that's cool too. I primarily do these videos to keep myself occupied and just have a little fun. If it helps, I'm glad. Thanks for watching.